everyone. Welcome back to your yoga videos for the How to Flourish Wellness Refresh program. This video today is going to be a hip opening flow. So I'm aiming for it to be around 20 to 30 minutes, but sometimes when I'm teaching I just get completely distracted into the zone and I don't quite notice how long the time is going on for. So we'll see where it goes. This is going to be really nice for our legs. You know, a lot of us have lower back pain, and a lot of the lower back pain we are suffering from is coming from the tightness in our hip flexors, our abductors, and our adductors. So what we're going to do is focus on all of these muscles today. We're going to really slow down the breath so we can slow down the body and just find some nice, calm and relaxing movements. So find some space, grab your mat. If you could do this outside, that would be amazing. And begin to slow your day down. Finding a comfortable position to start in, whether that's cross-legged, legs out in front of you, just knees bent, or even laying down if you have injuries. Close the eyes and just notice the natural pattern of your breath. Notice if there's any tension or stress around the body right now. Make sure you're in a position that is comfortable for you. And just a reminder that all of our bodies work differently. We're all individuals here, so there's no need to compare. Maybe you and your friends are doing this video together. One of you may be more flexible than the other. That is totally okay. We're all on this journey together. There's always room for improvement. So the intention I want to set for the class today is for you to really slow it down. Slow down the breath, slow down the movement, and slow down the mind. Remembering that when we inhale, we open up the front of the body, expand through the chest, the ribs, and the belly. And when we exhale, we contract the front of the body, bringing the belly button to the spine and tightening the core. Inhale to expand, and exhale to contract. Good, remembering we always inhale through the nose, and exhale through the mouth. Continue that breath for 5 deep rounds at your own pace, slowing down everything around us. Making your breath audible so you can hear it will allow your nervous system to calm down just a little bit more. So if you can do that, that would be great. After your last breath, feel free to flutter those eyes open nice and slowly. And we're going to take a big inhale, sweeping the arms up above us. Exhale into a forward fold. So if you were laying down, it's time to come into a seated position. If you need a wall to help you while you're sitting, that's a great way to go. If you need a pillow or a bolster or a block, you can also grab one of those. But from here, with every exhale, we just want to lower a little bit further to the ground. Now, if you are as tight as I am in the glutes and the hips, you will feel this in one of your buttocks, depending on which leg is crossed in front. My left leg is crossed in front, and I can feel this stretch right on the very edge before it turns into my quad and my thigh. Take a nice deep breath here. And exhale back up. Now if you're cross-legged, we're just going to switch to the other side quickly. If you're not cross-legged, you're just going to do the same stretch again. Inhale, sweeping the arms up above us, and exhale the forward fold while we are seated. Now you should feel it on the other side if you're still doing this cross-legged with me. And just remember, we're getting closer to the earth with every exhale. Not pushing too much that we're in pain, but making sure that we feel something in the stretch. Good, exhale back up to your seat. From here, we are going to take the legs straight out in front of us. And continue this same thing. We're doing big inhale, sweeping up to the sky. Exhale, we keep the knees really soft here. We hinge at the hips, allowing the belly and the chest to get as close to our legs as they can. So once again, the knees are bent here unless you are really flexible and you really want those hamstrings to be stretched. Allow yourself to have some fluidity. Allow the head and the neck to fall. Continuing those nice deep cleansing breaths. And feeling your legs open just a little bit more with every exhale. On your next breath out, we're going to find yourself back up in your seats. And second to last one here, come into our straddle position. Once again, we want the knees to be nice and soft here. We're going to inhale, sweep the arms up above, and exhale to fold. Keeping the toes facing the ceiling or the sky. Allowing your body to melt into the earth. Stretching out the groin and the inner thigh. You can walk those arms out in front of you just a little bit further if you need to. And when you're ready to exhale, find yourself back up in your seat. We go for the last one. Last one is a butterfly position, so the soles of the feet are meeting each other. From here, you can pull those heels into the body if you want more of a stretch. If that's too much, we push them out. So find something that's comfortable, but also something that challenges you. Grab those toes if you'd like. Inhale, roll the shoulders back, using the force on pulling the toes as a way to lengthen the spine. Nice deep breaths in through the nose and exhale through the mouth. Good. Release the toes if you have. Inhale, sweep the arms up above. Exhale, fold the last time. Big breath in and exhale back to your seat. Good. Next thing we're getting into here is rolling over onto our hands and knees for our cat-cows. So shoulders on top of the wrists, hips on top of the knees, and when we are ready, we're going to inhale, drop the belly, roll the shoulders back, flare the hips open, take the gaze to the sky. This is our cow. In our cat position, we exhale, we go opposite, open up the back body, eyes to the thighs. Inhale, matching the breath to the movement, dropping the belly, eyes to the thigh, squeezing the shoulder blades together, eyes to the sky. Exhale, we switch the opposite way, eyes to the thighs, open up, push through the shoulder blades. Inhale, back to your cow, finding your own pace, your own breath. And exhale back to your cat. Taking a few more of these at your own pace. Pausing at any time you feel any stress or pain throughout the spine. Good. Find yourself back in a neutral position when you are ready. From here, we're going to sweep the right leg around and place it where the right hand was. Coming into a nice low lunge. You may have to shift that left knee back just a little bit. You also may want a pillow or something underneath the knee that's on the floor just for some extra support. So both hands on the mat, we're going to walk that leg out to the edge of the mat and just take a moment here as we feel out the hips. Maybe sway side to side. Keep breathing. And then walk that right foot back in just a little bit more where that right hand is. Take the right hand on the knee, lift yourself up into a nice low lunge. And take a couple deep breaths, pushing into that left hip flexor, opening up the body. Keeping the right knee nice and strong, not allowing it to cave inwards, but pushing it out. From here, we're going to take the left arm and cross it over top of the body as the right forearm will come to the top of the knee for support. We're going to take 5 deep rounds of breath here. And after your last one, windmill those arms back down. Sweep that leg back into your tabletop position, and we'll switch to the other side. So left leg takes over where the left hand was. We scooch that right knee back, and we're going to walk that left foot over to the edge of the mat and just sway a little bit, feeling out the hips. And when we're ready, we're walking that left leg back in, taking that left hand to the left knee, finding ourselves in this nice slow lunge. Taking a couple deep breaths here, opening up the right hip flexor, pushing in through the hips. Allowing them to be heavy so they sink into the ground. On our next inhale, we take the right arm up and across the body while the left forearm meets the left knee. Now this should enhance the stretch a little bit more. If it's too much, go back to the normal lunge. 5 deep rounds of breath here. Two more. And on that last exhale, we windmill the arms back down, coming into our tabletop position. From here, let's take the knees nice and wide on the mat, big toes together, sit those hips back, and come into a nice resting child's pose. Walking those arms out in front of you, allowing the chest to meet the mat. And just noticing how the hips are feeling right now. So hopefully they're a little bit warmed up so we can start our flow. On your next inhale, we're going to come up into a supported plank position. If you'd like a full plank, please feel free to go to one, and knees up. We are going to exhale into our downward dog. Deep breath here. Remember that downward dog isn't about getting the heels down, but extending through the spine. And pedal out those legs. From here, we're going to hop our step forward into a forward fold. And we're going to place the left hand underneath our face as the right one reaches to the ceiling. Exhale, we'll switch. Right hand underneath the face, left to the sky. And on every exhale, we switch to the other side. Inhale at the top and exhale down. Opening up the spine. One more on each side. And find yourself back in that fold. We're going to ragdoll back up to standing. Take a nice deep cleansing breath as we sweep the arms. Create a slight back bend here and exhale back down to your fold. Inhale halfway left and exhale down to your plank, however you'd like to get there. Going through sun salutation, we inhale to drop through chaturanga, find yourself an up dog or baby cobra, and exhale to your down dog. Once again, pedal out those legs. And from here, we inhale the right leg up behind us. We exhale, taking the right heel to the glute, opening up the hips, trying to stack them on top of each other as we keep the shoulders square. And exhale, we bring the right foot in between the hands, finding yourselves in a runner's lunge. From here, we're going to rise up, sweep the arms up. Exhale, hands through heart center. Take a minute here. 3 deep rounds of breath. Push through that back heel. Allow the front hips to sink. And exhale, hands back down. Find yourself back in your down dog on your next breath. Pedal out those legs. And we inhale the left leg up behind us. We exhale, we drop the heel to the glute. We stack the hips on top of each other. And on our next breath, we sweep that leg in between the hands, finding ourselves in a runner's lunge. We inhale to sweep the arms up above us. Exhale, hands through heart center, taking a moment here. And on your next breath, inhale those arms back down, finding yourself in a tabletop position. Good. Little child's pose here. This time keep the knees together, the feet together, sit those hips back, walk those arms out, and let the head rest on the mat. And when you're ready, come push back into a kneeling position in our hero pose. From here, I want you to place the right hand on the mat or the floor and take that left one extended over top, engaging in a side stretch. Feel free to take that right arm nice and low. And a big inhale, we'll take it to the other side. Exhale, back to the right. Inhale here, stretch, exhale back to the left. Now as we do this, we switch back and forth with our breath. Allow the hips to slide off the legs a little bit. So watch me here as we go on the left side. I'm allowing the hips on the right side to slide off and come back. Good, find yourself back in that neutral position. Flip on over into your cat-cow tabletop position and take a deep breath in. Find yourself in your downward dog. From here, everyone, inhale, take that right leg up behind you. Exhale, coming into pigeon, so taking the shin and trying to get it as parallel to that front edge of your mat as you can. I know this is really difficult for a lot of us, and some of our bodies just don't bend that way, including mine. So don't worry if you're not parallel, that's just our goal. From here, we're going to drop the arms, drop the forearms, find yourself in a reclined pigeon. Allowing that right hip to sink into the mat, feel nice and heavy through this pose. And the head and the shoulders fall. Three deep rounds of breath here. And when you're ready, we're going to sit back onto that right side, sweep the left leg around so it's straight, and find ourselves in this straddle stretch. So the right sole is against the inside of the left leg. We inhale to twist our body to the straight leg. On the left side, we exhale to fold. We inhale, we take that right arm up above us, feel the side body stretch, and we just take a couple deep breaths here, cleansing the mind, body, and spirit. On our next breath here, we're going to take this right hand behind us, lift up onto the left heel and the right leg, opening up the chest almost like a supported wild thing. So if you want to take a peek right now, my right knee and shin are on the ground. I'm pushing through the left hip, opening up the body, finding myself a little bit upside down here, and I'm exhaling back down into this straddle position. So we're going to flow here a couple times. We inhale to open into this supported wild thing, and we exhale to straddle. Inhale to open, take a deep breath, and exhale to straddle. Last one, everybody. Inhale to open, and exhale back to your straddle, and eventually sweeping that leg around back into your pigeon pose. Good job. We're in a seated pigeon right now, and we're going to switch legs. So push up through your plank, back down to your downward dog. Big exhale here. And when you're ready, inhale the left leg up behind you. Exhale, left leg comes down through the hands. Remember, our goal here is to have that left shin parallel to the front of the mat, but lots of us don't work that way. So it's okay, you may need to shimmy around like me to find what works. And exhale, drop the hands in the forearms, the head, and the neck. Allowing the left hip to sink into the mat. Three deep rounds of breath at your own pace here. And after that third one, you drop that left hip onto the mat, sweep the right leg around, keeping it straight, finding yourself in a straddle on the other side. We inhale to twist our torso towards the right leg. We exhale to drop forward. And we inhale, we sweep that left arm up above us just to enhance the side stretch in the lower back. 3 deep rounds of breath here before we get ready to flow on the other side. When you're ready, exhale, drop the left hand behind you. Inhale to sweep the right arm coming onto the left knee and shin, opening up through the right hip, and we exhale back down into our straddle. Inhale, we drop the left arm, we sweep the right, opening through the right hip, supported wild thing. Exhale back down to the straddle. Last one here. Inhale to sweep, open, back bend. Exhale, find yourself back down in your straddle. And from here, we're slowly gonna face the front of the mat and come onto our back. So however you'd like to get there, take it nice and slow. Try to keep the core tight and find yourself laying down. So we're gonna start with the knees bent. Walk those heels in as close to the butt as you can. You may have to shimmy around a bit. And on your inhale, drop those hands. Exhale, lift the hips up to the sky, finding yourself in a bridge pose. If you need a little support, you can put a block underneath your lower back. You can also stack your wrists so you have something for your back to stand on. Otherwise, we're pushing through the hips, opening up those hip flexors as much as we can. And when we're ready, we drop back down to the earth. Good. From here, we're going to take that right ankle on the outside to the top of the left knee, so we're in a figure 4. Arms out to a T. From here, we drop that right foot all the way to the ground, keeping the legs in this position and pushing that top leg away, opening up the hip. Take the gaze the opposite way. Legs are sort of in a pretzel right now, but you should feel this deep stretch throughout the hip flexors and the lower back. When you're ready, slowly come back to center. We'll take it on the other side. Left ankle goes on the right knee. And when we're ready, we exhale, drop that left foot to the ground, keeping that top knee pushing away so we can open up through the hips. Gaze the opposite way. Nice deep breath here. Exhale back to the center. Shake up those legs if you need to. Getting ready for happy baby. Really great hip pose. So we inhale to take the soles of the feet towards the sky or the ceiling. Knees are bent in towards the body. We exhale and we reach with our hands, grabbing the outside of those feet. Keeping the feet nice and strong and pushing them towards the sky as we energetically pull them back with our arms. Using this force to allow the shoulders to be flat on the mat and the lower back to be nice and strong, pushing against the ground. If you'd like, you can add in a few little sways here, help out that lower back with a self-massage. And when you're you're ready, find some stillness, close the eyes, and take a moment as you reflect on how your hips are feeling now versus the beginning of the practice. Five deep rounds of breath here. Last one. On your exhale, drop those legs down, finding yourself in a butterfly position, so soles facing each other, knees fall to the outside. As close or as far away as you'd like those heels from the body, just find something that's comfortable for you. Placing those hands over the rib cage, getting ready for our final resting pose, Savasana. Feeling the ribs and the belly open on the inhales and fall on the exhales. Reflecting on how your mind is feeling right now. Not giving any judgment to any thoughts that may come up in these next few moments. Ensure the eyes are closed. Find your natural pattern of breath. And allow the jaw and the mouth to relax. As you lay here, notice how your body feels, being supported by the earth and grounding. On your next inhale, bring both legs in towards each other. Exhale, find yourself in a fetal position on the right side, using the bicep as a pillow. When you're ready, slowly pushing yourself back up into a seated position, keeping the eyes closed. We'll take the hands to heart center, bow chin to the chest. The light in me sees the light in each and every one of you. Namaste. Thank you so much for practicing with me today, everyone. Looks like that turned out to be just under half an hour, which is perfect. I hope you can add this flow into any of your daily routines, or maybe when you just need a little bit of yoga to help the body slow down. Thanks, everyone.